Imagine possessing an ancient guidebook that holds the secrets to a victorious life. That's the transformative power of the Torah. This age-old tome, revered by millions, is not just a collection of religious laws and historical narratives. It's a timeless source of wisdom and guidance, a compass pointing towards a life of fulfillment and victory. It's a bridge that connects us to our past, enlightens our present, and shapes our future. Today we're embarking on an enlightening journey, a deep dive into 10 principles derived from the Torah that can lead to a fulfilling and victorious life. These principles are not just religious doctrines, but universal truths that transcend time, culture, and geography. They are practical, applicable, and transformative, capable of turning the ordinary into extraordinary, the mundane into the meaningful. Ready to discover these principles? Let's dive in. The first principle from the Torah is monotheism, the belief in one God. This principle is not just a declaration of faith, but rather a foundation for our understanding of the universe and our place within it. It tells us that there is a single, unifying force guiding all creation, an ultimate source of all that exists. This belief in one God provides a clear perspective on life. It tells us that we are not random occurrences in an indifferent universe, but intentional creations of a divine architect. It reminds us that each of us has a unique purpose, a specific role to play in this grand design. Believing in one God also fosters a sense of unity. It tells us that despite our many differences, we are all connected, all part of the same divine plan. It encourages us to respect and value one another, to live harmoniously as part of a greater whole. Monotheism is more than a belief, it's a way of perceiving the world. The second principle is ethical living. This principle is deeply rooted in the Torah, guiding us on the path of righteousness and morality. It encourages us to make decisions that benefit not just ourselves, but also those around us. Ethical living is like a compass, helping us navigate life's complex maze with integrity, honesty, and respect. Imagine a world where ethical living is the norm. A world where honesty isn't a rare commodity, but an everyday practice. A world where respect for others isn't a choice, but a given. That's the world the Torah envisions. Living ethically is more than just doing good deeds. It's about creating a ripple effect of positivity, impacting others and inspiring them to do the same. It's about building a legacy of righteousness that outlives us. It's about paving the way for a brighter, more harmonious world. Ethical living is not just about doing what's right, it's about being a beacon of light in a world that often struggles with darkness. The third principle is justice and fairness. The Torah places a high value on creating a society that's both just and fair. It's not just about laws and regulations, but about treating every individual with dignity, respect, and equality. Think about it. When we strive for fairness, we're acknowledging that every person has inherent worth. When we fight for justice, we're standing up against inequality and oppression. But here's where it gets personal. Justice and fairness aren't just about changing the world, they're about changing ourselves. Each one of us has the power to contribute to a just and fair world. It starts with our actions, our decisions, and how we treat others. So let's make it a goal to be just and fair in our daily lives. Let's stand up for others when they're treated unfairly. Let's strive for justice in our communities, workplaces, and homes. Because remember, justice and fairness are not just societal ideals, they're personal responsibilities. The fourth principle is kindness and compassion. These values, deeply rooted in the teachings of the Torah, serve as the bedrock of any thriving community. They are not lofty ideals reserved for the saints and the selfless. They are practical, everyday virtues that anyone can cultivate. Kindness and compassion are about seeing the humanity in others, recognizing their needs, and responding with empathy and care. They are about moving beyond our own desires and concerns to reach out to others in their moments of struggle. In the Torah, acts of kindness and compassion are seen as expressions of the divine love that flows through all of creation. They are the threads that weave together the fabric of our relationships, strengthening the bonds that connect us. They are the keys to a life of fulfillment, bringing joy not only to those we help, but also enriching our own lives in return. Kindness and compassion are not just virtues, they're the glue that binds us together. The fifth principle is learning and wisdom. The Torah puts an immense emphasis on the significance of education and acquiring wisdom. It's not just about collecting facts, figures, or mastering skills. It's about understanding the deeper truths of life, the underlying patterns that guide our existence. It's about gaining insights into our behaviors, our choices, and their consequences. But why does the Torah stress so much on learning? It's because continuous learning contributes to our personal growth and success. It helps us to adapt, to innovate, to overcome challenges. It shapes our perspectives, enables us to make informed decisions, and ultimately leads us towards a victorious life. So how can we cultivate wisdom? By asking questions, by seeking knowledge, by remaining curious. Remember, wisdom is not the destination, it's the journey. It's a journey of exploration, of discovery, of understanding. Learning and wisdom are not just intellectual pursuits, they're the keys to understanding ourselves and the world around us. The sixth principle is respect for life and creation. This principle, deeply rooted in the Torah, places a high value on every life form and the world that sustains them. It's a reminder that life, in all its diverse forms, is sacred and deserving of our utmost respect. This respect extends beyond humans to include all of creation, the flora, the fauna, and the very environment we inhabit. The Torah teaches us to value the interconnectedness of all life, urging us to protect and conserve the world around us. But it's more than just an intellectual understanding. It's about making conscious choices that reflect our respect for life and creation. It's about choosing kindness over harm, conservation over exploitation, and sustainability over short-term gain. This principle shapes our actions and attitudes, encouraging us to live harmoniously with the world around us. Respect for life and creation is not just an attitude, it's a commitment to honor the world we live in. The seventh principle is responsibility and accountability. It's about understanding that every action we take, every decision we make, has a ripple effect. The Torah teaches us that we are responsible for those ripples. We're accountable for our actions, even when no one else is watching. We're held to a higher standard because we understand the impact of our actions on the world around us. This principle is about more than just doing what's right, because it's expected. It's about doing what's right because it's the right thing to do. It's about personal integrity, being true to ourselves and our beliefs. It's about trustworthiness, being someone others can rely on, someone who keeps their word. By embracing responsibility and accountability, we become better people. We become someone others can trust, someone who contributes positively to the world. Responsibility and accountability are not just duties, they're the foundation of a trustworthy character. The eighth principle is humility and modesty. These two traits, as expressed in the Torah, are not about self-deprecation or shying away from your talents. Rather, they are about recognizing your gifts and using them to serve others, instead of using them to elevate yourself above others. The Torah teaches that true humility is understanding your place in the grand scheme of things, recognizing that you are a part of something much larger than yourself. It's about acknowledging that every person you meet can teach you something valuable. On the other hand, modesty, as per the Torah, is not about hiding or suppressing who you are. It's about being genuine, honest, and straightforward in your interactions, avoiding ostentation or pretense. In a nutshell, these principles encourage us to remain grounded, to remember our roots, and to stay true to ourselves. Humility and modesty are not just traits, they're the keys to authenticity and genuine relationships. The ninth principle is faith and trust in God. This principle is not about blind faith, but rather a deep, unshakable trust that comes from understanding and experiencing God's wisdom and love. The Torah teaches us that faith in God is not just a concept, it is a practice. It's a commitment to trust in God's wisdom even when we don't fully understand His plan. In times of uncertainty, it's easy to feel lost or overwhelmed, but it is precisely in these moments that faith and trust in God can provide comfort and assurance. It's knowing that no matter how stormy the seas of life may get, God is our anchor, keeping us steady and on course. This trust is not passive, it's active. It's about moving forward with confidence, knowing that we are guided and supported by a loving, wise, and powerful God. Faith and trust in God are not just beliefs, they're the anchors in the storms of life. The 10th and final principle is love and forgiveness. This principle is perhaps one of the most profound teachings of the Torah. Love, as described in the Torah, is an act of selfless giving, a deep emotional bond that seeks the best for others. It is a force that connects us, not just to the people we care about, but to all of humanity. On the other hand, forgiveness is about letting go of resentment, of past hurts and grudges. It is an act of liberation that frees us from the shackles of bitterness and anger. The Torah teaches us that to forgive is not just to forget, but to actively seek reconciliation and peace. When we practice love and forgiveness, we not only heal our relationships, but we also bring peace into our lives. These values create harmony in our communities, and they become the foundation of a victorious life. Love and forgiveness are not just emotions, they're the healing balm for our hearts. So there we have it, 10 principles from the Torah for a victorious life. We've explored the importance of monotheism, ethical living, justice, and fairness. We've delved into the significance of kindness, compassion, and the pursuit of wisdom. We've reflected on the high regard for life and creation, the need for responsibility and accountability, the value of humility and modesty, and the power of faith and trust in God. Lastly, we've discussed the transformative nature of love and forgiveness. When these tenets are applied consistently, they can truly change your life. They can help you navigate the complexities of life with integrity, compassion, and wisdom. They can give you a robust moral compass, guiding you towards actions that are just, kind, and respectful. They can help you build strong, meaningful relationships based on love, forgiveness, and trust. Remember, the Torah is not just a book. It's a guide to a victorious life. Embrace its teachings and see the transformation unfold.
Whether you choose to visit our YouTube page for enlightening resources or join us in person at our welcoming space at 5237 West Diversey Avenue in Chicago, we are here for you. It's time to discover what you've been missing.